Can we start the presentation? Thank you. Okay, so please welcome Oleg Semerikov, who will tell us about how to broaden our professional horizons as translators.
Okay, thank you all for coming. I'm very happy to see such a great audience of professionals on my presentation. And I believe that you are all here on this conference because you never stop improving your professional skills and you're always ready to broaden the horizons of your already amazing profession. There are plenty of ways how you can improve your translation and linguistic skills, but today I'm going to talk about something different. I'll tell you why it's so beneficial for you as a freelance translator or a translation agency to become a language one-stop shop. Why offering more than just translation in your areas of specialization and languages will help you stand out from the crowd and win the hearts and wallets of your customers. So, in this presentation, I'll tell you what are the related services apart from translation you can offer your customers. What skills and technology you need if you are to offer those services, and what are the best ways to charge for those services. And in the second part of the session, we'll have a workshop training where you can try several of those services for yourself. Okay, you might wonder why I decided to talk about this. Then let me introduce myself and I hope that we'll explain it all. My name is Oleg Semerikov. I started my career 10 years ago as a freelance translator, steadily putting together a team of translators, proofreaders, desktop publishers and other specialists in Ukraine. Today I run a boutique translation agency now with office in Warsaw, and we are a one-stop shop for translation and localization services between Western European languages and Polish, Russian and Ukrainian. And we offer turnkey solutions for businesses and technical industries. Apart from managing my agency, I'm also into copywriting. And recently, together with my team, we've published 2 ebooks. And I'd like to share those ebooks with you in the end of this presentation. So please stay till the very end and I will tell you more about them. Okay, that's enough about me. Now let's talk about you. Please tell me, do you have any translation agencies? Any owners or managers of translation agencies here? Okay, good. It's very good to know. So, please tell me, if you're a freelancer or a translation agency, doesn't matter, please tell me, who of you provide desktop publishing on top of your translation services?
No, but I'm starting to learn
Okay.
with an online course.
Okay. And what about copywriting? Do you have any copywriters? Okay, good. And anyone who has ever transcreated texts rather than translated them? Oh, great. It's nice to see. And any voice-over artists? Good. And subtitling experts? Oh, good. So, I'm very happy to see that so many of you provide a range of services, and it only proves what I say about the popularity of becoming a language one-stop shop. Now let's look at the statistics. According to Common Sense Advisory, it's a global research company focused on languages and technology, the global market for outsourced language services and technology was expected to reach more than $40 billion in 2016. Awesome, right? So, the following chart shows the distribution of services, the distribution of revenue by language services. So, of course, the biggest pieces of the pie belong to translation, interpreting, and unfortunately, post-edited machine translation. But if we take a closer look to those additional services, we'll see that they bring in quite a lot to language service providers around the world. So let's take, for example, transcreation, with its almost 3.5% of $40 billion. So, if we calculate it from those $40 billion, it makes $1.4 billion only in 2016. Desktop publishing brought in $1.2 billion in 2016. Voice-over and subtitling $700 million, and SEO $140 million. So, as you can see, language service providers around the world earn millions on those additional services. And we should also know that by providing those additional services, they actually win translation projects, because usually those additional services are accompanied by standard translation. But can it be applied to us, freelance translators or boutique translation agencies? I would say that surely yes. In our globalized high-speed world, it's not only the domain of large translation companies, so-called multi-language vendors. So whether you're a freelancer or a small translation agency, you can both become a language one-stop shop. And of course, as a freelance translator, you can't master all those skills yourself, but why not start cooperation with other specialists? There are a lot of websites where you can place your call for cooperation and find experts in different areas. So this is just an example of such websites which I personally use. And of course it will take some time before you find reliable partners, but believe me, it will pay off handsomely if you offer your services as a team. And for those who are not afraid of taking on new challenges and learning new things, I'd advise to take a closer look to the services which are closely related to your areas of specialization and your translation projects. So let's say you're a technical translator and too often you translate AutoCAD drawings. So why not take a course in desktop publishing in AutoCAD and make your clients even happier by providing desktop publishing of your translations in AutoCAD, right? And if you're a marketing translator, then just can't miss out on transcreation. And if you work with a website localization, then it's a must for you to understand the basics of HTML, what is content management system, and the techniques of search engine optimization. So I hope that the importance of becoming a language one-stop shop is clear. So let's get down to the details of some of the most popular language services. And we'll start with a service which many consider as the highest level of translation proficiency. Guess what it is? What could be the highest level of translation proficiency if we talk about language services?
Translating into 20 different languages.
Well, it's not really... Well, if it's one person, of course, it may be
Yes, that's what I meant.
quite cool. But let's say if you don't translate in so many languages, what can show that you master such skills that you are the top expert in translation? No